So a magnificent Bronte Beach. Just off down there to the right is the sea pool. And it looks like the surf's pretty good today. It really is a very special beach, but the best way to get here is by bus, because the parking is shocking. Also, down there, down the hill on the left hand side, a whole bunch of restaurants, fish and chips, cafes, bars, great place to come. An example of the difficult parking. Here is Tamarama Beach, very popular with the locals. Glorious beach. Nice surf. Cafe. All here. Parking again is very difficult. So you're actually better off catching the bus or cycling. Lots of people do the Bondi Beach to Cronulla walk, or Bondi Beach to Bronte, which is a shorter walk. So here we are at north end of Bondi Beach. My favourite end. There's North Bondi RSL. Not a bad restaurant, pretty much pub grub, but lovely views. And today is very, very busy. It's as busy I've seen Bondi Beach. I think it's something to do with being quite a warm day. It's supposed to get up to 30. It doesn't feel it. It only feels probably 20. There's some sea bars down there. The surf is not bad, but as you can see, it is absolutely chocolate. So there you go. Just a quick look at Bondi Beach. And this is the car park for Woolworths Food Supermarket. It's also a good place to park to get to other places in Double Bay. So Double Bay is probably the wealthiest suburb in Australia, and although it's a nice area, if you are smart, there are other places to live. But here's a supermarket, it's one of the better ones, and people come from all over to stop here. So we're going to go down to the arcade, where there's quite a few cafes and shops. And then we'll actually go into Double Bay itself and have a look at some of the upmarket shops. And then down to the Double Bay ferry terminal. And there's also a lovely little beach there. There's the Golden Sheaf pub. Pretty good pub. We'll just go in very quickly, take a look. A lot of famous people have come here. People like Brian Ferry, the Rolling Stones. At night it becomes a real party place, especially up those stairs. Rooftop. And here is the pub area. It's quite a nice pub actually. I like it here. Pretty laid back. There we go. Brian Ferry. What else we got? Stones. This is the gambling area. Be careful in here. So people love their pokies here. I must admit I'm not a big fan. The live music. So this place has been around, White Rabbit, for quite a while. I think it feeds off the Bake Bar, which is very, very popular. Always crowded. This Caddy Press does good juices. So we're just moving into the festive season. Everyone's getting geared up now. What is it, 7 weeks to go? Q, that's an Australian brand. That's not expensive. We've got some pretty good stuff there. There's the front of the Golden Sheath. There we go, there'll be a ice cream and one of those. When I finished filming. It's been around for years, that one. I don't think it's that profitable, but the guy who runs it must be in his middle 80s. And I think it's just one of those lifestyle things that he does. He's quite happy to sit there. See his regulars come in. His ice cream's pretty good. Always like this curving building. Yeah, very sad that the Cosmopolitan Cafe that used to be there is now closed. It was quite iconic to Double Bay. A lot of famous people used to hang out there. Here is a place, it's Spider. It's been around for years and years and years. And, you know, you see ex-government people here, prime ministers, 21. We had lunch a few weeks ago. Quite disappointed. It's often the case with places that are popular over a long period of time. People get a bit complacent, but people still like going because they want to be seen. So I just popped to the Cosmopolitan Centre. Have a quick look. Yeah, the cafe used to be here. And it's a great place just to sit back, people watch. Great shame. Great shame. This Moddy Blue place up here used to be a very upmarket shoe shop. That's gone. Times are changing. There's always something to come in and replace things. Nothing's forever. This whiskey shop's been around a long time. The most incredible collection of whiskies. ranging from under 100 up to thousands. It's closed today, Sunday. It's open Saturday. See how they're doing. Not full. A few people outside on tables. There's the Royal Oak Hotel. Very much part of the double bay scene. They're always busy, especially on weekends. And here is a top restaurant called Margaret, one of Sydney's top restaurants. Now just look at these wonderful jacaranda trees. They really are such a special time of year for them. Yeah, so Sydney is really rocking. The beaches are full, double bays pumping. Baker Blur, we went there, it's okay. The perfume coming off these trees is just divine. Wow. Absolutely wonderful. Just a quick whiz around Double Bay. Some people call it Double Pay. Going up that way, up to where that tall white building is, that's Darling Point. Lovely place to live. Time of year, Sydney, springtime. But the climate in Sydney is very Mediterranean. The hottest months would be January and February, but it rarely gets over 30 degrees centigrade, which is different to other places in Australia. When you get up to Queensland, and in the summertime it's often in the 30s up to the 40s. So the climate here in Sydney, I think, is probably the best in Australia. Here is a popular park. It also has a school attached to it. Wonderful place for kids to get educated. I think it's quite a good school too. Old trees, look at that. Wow. Some of these palm trees. Now down here we're talking about a lot of money for these properties. I would have to guess easily 5 million. Probably more. We're just coming up to the ferry terminal. The ferries only go every hour round to the main ferry terminal, Circular Quay. So you have to plan your times. This is 18 Footers restaurant. You see, it's a good place to hang out. Food's pretty good too. having a few problems by the looks of it. But it'll happen all very quickly. They'll be up, catch the wind, and they'll be out in a flash. I'm told the fishing's pretty good too. I'm not an expert. I'm figuring that most people have gone down to the ocean beaches. Okay, he's climbing up and he'll be away. Wow. There you go. Double Bay Sailing Club. I don't know what the mooring costs are here. There are places where you can get reasonable deals, but the problem with those places is that there's queues and you have to wait, sometimes a number of years. Yeah, it's 18 footers here and 16 footers over in Manly. Here's the beach. Not the best time to come. I think there's been storms and it's washing up a lot of the seaweed. It smells wonderfully ozony and it looks as if you wouldn't want to swim in there, but trust me, the water's okay. I mean, you wouldn't want to swallow it, but it's fine, you know, it's not going to be a big problem. You see mosquitoes have watered a lot. But yeah, so this is the Double Bay beach. Tide, I think, came in. These apartments have just been completed. And that's the thing with Double Bay, there's always development going on, so you never know, you could buy a very expensive apartment and right next to you is going to be a 2-year jackhammer experience. But I guess a lot of this development happened over the last 5 years and there's only so much that you can do at the end of the day. Here's the Intercontinental Hotel. I think over there is Bill's restaurant. Yeah, it is, that's Bill's. Very popular. Sadly he died. An iconic Australian chef. Nice bloke too. So here we go, another development. Before this hole in the ground, it was a relatively new sort of plaza place. I would say it was probably 30 years old, and it was deemed unnecessary, irrelevant, unpopular, so they ripped it down. You'll see from here, it's going to be more apartments. This is where people come to be seen. It's always busy. In the morning you'd never get a table there. So along here are some interesting shops. Problem is everything here is very expensive. This place is called Indigo. Been going for years. One of those businesses that can't seem to do anything wrong. Look at this magnificent tree. Wow. So the one thing you can say about Double Bay is it keeps reinventing itself, always changing, moving with the times, with an expensive price tag. Oh yeah, of course, Melbourne Cup. I think it's on Tuesday next week. I'll have to get a little bet on that. So there's a quick whiz around Double Bay. I hope you found that interesting. That library there is wonderful. And you can, when you're a member, you can go online and access all sorts of books and magazines. It really is one of the best libraries I've ever come across. Highly recommended.